Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be doing Can You Beat Where's My Water Without Collecting Any Ducks? This is a very iconic game that everyone who had an iPad 10 years ago knows about. Now, you might be wondering why I'm doing this video. Well, the main reason, besides I just wanted to see if it's possible, is because ducks are supposed to be an optional challenge besides beating the level, which means that if it's literally impossible to avoid some of them, why do they even exist? So, the rules are very simple. Each level is counted as completed if we manage to beat it with a duck bonus of 0. This means either not collecting the ducks or destroying them with the incorrect fluid. With that in mind, let's get started with episode 1, Meet Swampy. The first level is very easy, you can just go around the ducks and you have tons of water and tons of room. Level 2 already looks difficult. The duck in the middle is the hardest to avoid, but it is just high enough so that the water can slip under it without collecting it. And... oh. It seems like level 3 is the end of the road already, because there is no way to get past the duck on the very left. And it is also very hard to get past the other two. So, sadly, we can't clear the whole game, but what I will try is to clear an entire episode, so all 20 levels, without collecting a single duck. Since Meet Swampy hasn't really worked out, let's go to Troubled Waters. The first level isn't too bad, you need to be careful around the first duck, but the other two are not in any troublesome location. Level 2 does require some precision, but again, it's not too bad. And level 3... oof. This might seem like trouble, but there is a way to beat it. So, step 1 is to make sure that not much of the water from the top right reaches the pipe. Then, you need to carefully angle the water on the left so that it goes underneath the duck. And with that, you should have completed the level. Level 4 is very easy, so there's no point in holding you here. But level 5 is sadly impossible. There's no way to get around the first duck, and even the other two are very difficult. Let's try our luck in Under Pressure. Level 1 is easy, just make sure to go around the ducks and the mines and you'll be good. Level 2 is a little bit tricky. You need to make a small reserve of water on the right, and then you can feed into the pipe after using the mines to destroy some of the ducks. The bottom duck on level 3 does seem like a problem, but it is possible to use the ooze to get rid of it. Levels 4, 5, and 6 are all pretty easy, so let's not waste time on them and go to level 7, which... well, that's a problem. Yeah, sadly, this is another impossible level. The duck in front of the pipe is just... there's no way to get around it. Let's go to Sink or Swim to see whether we will sink or swim. And it is not starting off easy. The bottom left duck is very difficult to avoid, but it is just barely possible for some of the water to sneak under it. I literally have no idea what the pattern is. Sometimes it would fill up, sometimes it wouldn't. And I just got lucky this time. And I just wanted to mention that this level literally took around half an hour for me to beat it. Let's move on to level 2. Oh, come on! Technically, this level might be possible in theory by using just enough water to reach the gate and into the pipe, but there is no point in trying to beat it because if we skip ahead a few levels, we will see that level 4-9 also poses a huge problem. Again, it might be possible in theory, but I haven't been able to do it. But even if I did, 4-10 would be the end. There's no way to get around the first duck. It seems that the episode has made us sink, but let's move on to the next one, Change is Good. The first level isn't an issue, the top 2 ducks are no problem, and the bottom one isn't in the direct path of the water. Let's move on to level 2. Really? The top 2 ducks are both in the direct path of the water, and there's no way to make the water go anywhere else. Let's try our luck in Boiling Point. The first level poses a new kind of problem for us, and that problem is RNG. This level is possible if 20 droplets of water go from the left side of the ice and only 4 or less go to the right side. Before wasting many hours on testing this theory, let's see if there are any levels which will immediately make it pointless to try. The next level is easy, just make sure to have 1 drop of toxic water to get rid of the duck and you'll be fine. And wow, that did not take long. Both of the first 2 ducks are impossible to avoid. Let's see if Stretch Thin will stretch us thin, or if we will be able to do something useful. And that might be the fastest loss yet. The first level, the first duck, is already impossible. I tried every timing of the balloon pop. We are very quickly running out of options. Let's try out Caution to the Wind. Thankfully, the first level is actually not impossible. All you have to do is make a hold to the side of the ducks and just have patience until enough water goes up there to fill up. Level 2... Well, I guess we can't have nice things. There is no way to avoid the first duck, and likely no way to avoid the second one either. What about Rising Tide? So we load in and... well, it's another level 1 fail. The right duck is directly underneath the pipe. Our last option is Out to Dry. Thankfully, the first level is possible and very easy. Level 2 also isn't bad. Just make sure to go to the right side of the duck and you'll be fine. Level 3 is nothing to worry about, so let's just quickly go past it. And level 4 is... wow. Really? It's easy to get rid of the first duck by using the mud. The second 2 are way trickier. It might be technically possible to do, but there's no point in trying because the next level is impossible. Like seriously, why do you place a duck there if there's no way to avoid it? So, does this mean that it's impossible to clear an episode without collecting any ducks? Actually, hold on a moment. Let's go back to level 5-2. Now, after figuring out that none of the other episodes are possible, I was desperate to try to make something work. And that's when this happened. By slamming the ooze against the wall and making a ramp, it is just barely possible to kill the other 2 ducks. This means that the 5th episode might be possible, so let's continue. 5-3 was very easy, however, 5-4 did pose a bit of a challenge, the final duck. After around 15 minutes, I finally managed to destroy the duck with just 1 drop of ooze, and I managed to beat the level. 5-5 is also very easy. 5-6 is a little bit trickier, but with some careful cutting, you can destroy the bottommost duck, which is in the way of the water pipe. I managed to breeze through the next few levels because either the ducks were easy to avoid or you could use a different fluid to destroy them. And this continued until 5-12. The top left duck poses the biggest issue here, but just like in 5-2, we can slam the ooze up against the wall in order to get to the duck faster than the water and destroy it. Let's move on to 5-13. Oh, now this might seem impossible, but do not underestimate how much free time I have. So, if I could manage to bring a little bit of water to the top and then convert it into the poison water, I could destroy the 2 ducks in my way. And after around 20 minutes of careful cutting, I managed to do this. With 513 beaten, let's go on to 514. It wasn't too difficult, but what made it annoying is the unpredictable evaporation of the poison water. I mean, just take a look at this. So yeah, if you manage to avoid that, this level isn't too bad. The next 3 levels were pretty easy, so let's not waste too much time on them. And moving on to 519. Really? That bottom duck is in the worst location possible. This level is technically doable. As long as you get 1 drop of water into the poison water pipe, you can activate the red switch and it will rise the platform above the duck. However, doing that is easier said than done considering the angle of the water pipe that you have. However, eventually, this happened. I managed to get to the poison water pipe with only 2 drops given to the duck, and the platform gets activated. Come on! Not to worry, about half an hour later, I managed to get this attempt. Again, I did manage to get 2 drops in the duck, but there's much less water, so hopefully this time it goes better. Okay. Well, luckily it only took an hour until I got this attempt. Only 1 drop to the duck, very little water, this has to be it. Yes! Finally, we managed to do it. You can see I'm being very cautious to not accidentally get the duck after managing to beat it. With that out of the way, the final level, level 20. Oh no. Okay, let's cut right to the chase. This level is theoretically possible. The top 2 ducks are pretty easy to get rid of, as you can see. You need to get exactly 2 drops of toxic water, make sure they don't accidentally go into the pipe, and then use them to get rid of the ducks. However, the bottom right one is horrible. In order to get it, you would need 1 drop of ooze and 1 drop of toxic water to land on the flat part of the platform, make a hole, so that then another drop of toxic water manages to go through the hole and kill the duck. And then you can start filling up the water and beat the level. So, to conclude, is it possible to beat an entire episode of Where's My Water without collecting any ducks? In theory, yes. If we had a task tool for Where's My Water, I do think it is possible, but I have not been able to do it, and trust me, I spent hours trying. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!